My name is Mary Beth Flanagan, and I am a caterer for Aramark, which is contracted by Flagler College. Coming to Flagler has been a life-changing experience, but I think like going to college is a life-changing experience for anyone, really, just because it's immersing you in a culture of education and trying to better yourself. Coming out in general is an impact, but it's like a continuous impact. It's not just a one-time thing. People at first not being really accepting, but then over time, parents and family just like grow to recognize that you are who you are, and that in the end, nothing's really going to change that. And it's all a matter of trying to work through that yourself and realizing that that really doesn't have anything to do with like your personal progression. Coming out is like a difficult experience because it's not just about, it's just like a nervous feeling of just not knowing acceptance and everything, like who's going to accept you. But like it was overall a positive experience because you realize who your true friends are. I decided to go out and be on my own because I didn't want to be around my parents at the time because they were not the most supportive. And so I just learned how to live on my own, which was a difficult experience because it is learning new life skills and that's going to be difficult for anyone. But it was overall like an experience I needed to like grow as a person. Things started to change around probably my first semester of sophomore year because had moved back into the dorms and it wasn't just me like living on my own with a roommate that wasn't that great of a roommate, and that was a negative relationship, but in the end it taught me a lot, like a lot of life lessons and how to progress and who to trust and who to depend on. I think that anyone who goes to be on their own like gets really scared and really overwhelmed because it's like literally being on your own and having to figure out how you're going to pay the bills and how you're going to get gas in your car and figuring out how you're going to get food for that week and figuring out your grocery bills and budgeting. And for someone to like just be thrown into the real world like we all are, like it's just sort of mind blowing, like because I came off from a pretty well off family, like, and I never had to worry about any of that. And I think that it's like a shell shocking experience for a lot of people whenever they have to like go out into the real world and figure everything out like on their own without any support. I guess like some people expect to be working fast food. I just like wasn't really expecting it because I was like a huge snob and I was just, oh, well, like I'll never do that. But then once you actually go to these jobs and like work in this environment, you realize that like a lot of your coworkers actually do have college degrees and a lot of your coworkers are actually like in college getting a degree. And so it was another mind-opening experience where it was a lot harder work than it looks because it's not just about like taking an order, like it's about stocking and keeping up with the stock and like cake orders and catering orders. My family has gotten a lot better over the past year. uh, Whenever I moved back into the dorms, I broke up with the person I was living with, and like got that person's no longer in my life. So that like drastically improved my family relationships, and we're really close now, like way closer than I would argue to say than we ever were before, really.